Even before I started watch collecting, I always was drawn to the abstract looking timepieces. This watch will definitely not be for everyone, but as the saying goes in Spanish, en gusto se rompen géneros. In English, that roughly translates to in taste the genres are broken. So please keep an open mind and remember that watches nowadays are not for time telling, rather, they're for a form of self expression. The brand name autowak is inspired by Caesar cipher, which is a straightforward type of encryption. The technique for encryption is named after Julius Caesar, who utilized this enigmatic encoding to speak with his authorities. The word autowak is Caesar cipher itself for the word unique, and so the watch is. Today we'll be taking a look at the ettore lite. The name of this model was inspired by none other than Mr. Ettore Bugatti, and the watch takes inspiration by, you guessed it, a Bugatti car. That's pretty evident when you start to study the design language and see the parallels between the two, and I'm personally a fan. By the way, even the full leather watch case it comes with resembles those very rounded lines of the watch. The attention to detail is very evident with Autowalk. So what do you get for sub $700? Well, you get a watch that looks like a watch costing way much more money than this. It's fully constructed of 316L stainless steel. It's 30 meters water resistant. It has a sapphire crystal and a kick-ass unique design. The watch wears different but good in my opinion. For reference, I have a 6 and 7/8 inch wrist. The measurements of the watch are 40 millimeters, but wait, if you measure the watch horizontally, it measures in at almost 47 millimeters. Now include the crown, that's 50 millimeters, and the lug to lug measures in at 46.6 millimeters. The thickness, 14 millimeters. The leather strap measures in at 24 millimeters, and it does taper down to 20 millimeters at the side buckle. By the way, it's really well constructed, and the horizontal stitching reminds me of a car seat. Very clever and very fitting. Although the watch has a very unique case-shaped design, it may seem a little big, but it's actually comfortable and it weighs in at 102 grams. You definitely can tell you have something on your wrist, but I think it's more because of the uniqueness rather than the actual weight or dimensions. Okay, let me talk about the dial and how to actually tell time. The dial has all kinds of different finishes and of course it's very complex. To the left of the dial we find the brand name along with the model name and the word automatic. Moving to the right side of the dial we see a wheel that's constantly spinning and that's what tells us, of course, the seconds. To the right of that, we find the minutes, and the biggest aperture tells you the hours. At first, honestly, I had no clue what I was looking at, but I quickly figured it out, and every time I stare at the dial, I'm reminded of a car gauge. Again, a very clever way to tie in the automotive inspiration. The watch does offer some sort of Swiss luminous material, and I noticed that the line on the side of the dial glows stronger than the numbers and the indices. I love the way the lume glows, unlike any other watch I've reviewed. Turning the watch over through the display case back, we can see what's powering this watch. The famous and reliable Miyota 8215 that beats at 21,600 beats per hour. Has a power reserve of 42 hours. It can be manually wound, but unfortunately it can't be hacked. In case you're wondering, this movement does come with a date complication. Therefore, since this watch doesn't feature a date, it does have a ghost position. Look, I get it, this movement probably had to be used to save some money since all the money went into the design and modifications of the watch. Keep this in mind though, the MB&F Mat 1 has the same movement iteration and sells for a heck of a lot more. So we are now at that part of the video where I tell you what I like and what I don't like about the watch, but honestly, there's a lot to like. This piece, unlike super high-end watches, is actually attainable. And you get a watch that will set you apart from everyone at that watch meet, and I can assure you almost everyone will be interested in checking it out. However, it does have its downfalls: the lume, water resistance, and movement. I say put brighter lume so I can truly imagine myself looking down at a Bugatti gauge, make the watch 100 meters water resistant so I can go skinny dipping, and upgrade the movement to either a Miyota 9000 series or a Solita movement so I can go flex to my friends that own the Mat 1 watch. When it comes to watch collecting, keep an open mind. Buy the things that bring a smile to your face. I honestly can't wait to check out what new watches Autowak is designing. I saw a sneak peek for what they're calling the Cobra, and it looks incredible. Please let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this watch, and furthermore, let me know what you think about watches that don't look like the traditional watches. Until next time, Thank you for watching. Be safe out there. And always remember, stay humble.